Hi friends, I'm Scott Giles, minister and hypnotist, and welcome to Power Talk, my video blog where I cover topics that interest me, focusing on how you can use the power of your mind to take control of your life. If you want to know more about my professional work or sign up for my free Substack newsletter, Power Lines, check out my website, which I'll tag in the description. If there is something in your life that you feel is out of control, using hypnosis can turn that around. Well, today I want to follow up on a theme I did previously in my video, Spring Clean Your Mind, where I spoke about my own approach to minimalism. Now, I do consider myself to be something of a minimalist. Not in the sense you might think, a person who utterly pares down possessions so they have, one fork, one spoon, one plate, and so on. Unless it is being deliberately practiced as a spiritual discipline, that level of minimalism tends to become problematic very quickly. But my approach is simple. I try to have only what I need and really enjoy, and to have that in the best quality I can afford. Apart from that, though, more is not better than less. Now, I'm not a fanatic about this. For example, I collect swords, and there is a rack of them in my home. I have them because I enjoy them. It gives me pleasure to look at them, to care for them, and to handle them. But all of the swords in my collection are carefully chosen, and they're real battle-ready swords with razor edges and blades of heat-treated tempered steel. They're not cheap imitations made from pot metal with all sorts of fancy stuff epoxied onto them. Swords like that are suitable only for decoration. And if you start collecting anything that is cheap, you will probably end up collecting indiscriminately, and that is how you get clutter. And after a while, you no longer take pleasure in looking at the pile of crap swords you own. My way is better. Have what you need or enjoy, and the best quality you can afford. Do not acquire mindlessly, and you will always enjoy what you have. Now, decluttering experts often have 3 rules that they suggest to help people stop buying things they don't use. In fact, in our practice of hypnotism and Reiki, we have a regular online class/discussion group that we do each month called Thrive. And I regularly include these 3 suggestions for living a focused and clutter-free life in our Thrive class. We include a lot more as well, but we include this. The first expert suggestion is don't make buying stuff convenient. Amazon wants it to be a frictionless experience when you're on their website. Your credit card is on file, your address is on file. All you have to do is click and you own it. Well, if you want to stop buying things, you have to create friction in the purchasing experience to give the different parts of your mind a chance to catch up with each other. So you want to make it a little bit difficult. Don't have a card on file so that in order to make a purchase you have to dig out your wallet, and so on. The second suggestion is to buy things for now, not things you think you'll want in the future. Now, in the Bates-Giles household, I do all the cooking and shopping. And I have a tendency that if I see a good deal on something at the grocery store, I'll pick it up, even though it isn't on my shopping list. And the result is that my pantry can become full of food that will go bad before I ever get to use it. So I've learned to shop with a list for the meals I have planned and not to buy things that aren't on my list. Yes, this requires a bit of planning, but it's helped me stop buying things I don't need. The final suggestion is to expand the time between when you decide you want to buy something and actually buying it. My rule is, wherever possible, to let 24 hours elapse between my decision to make a purchase and actually making it. You'd be surprised at how often things look different in the morning, and something that seemed shiny and neat comes to be seen as something I really don't need. Now, if I'm ordering coffee or cat food, stuff I know I'm going to need, I place the order as soon as I realize my supply is getting down. But for other items that are discretionary, let there be time. Time to think, ponder, and make perhaps a better decision. So this is how a philosophical person relates to consumerism. Getting control and not buying the things you don't need. Hey, thank you for your time and attention today. I'll be back next week with another talk on a different subject, and I'd like to invite you to join me. It helps me a lot if you tell others about my work, so please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We're in the process of revising our website right now, so let me invite you to check it out. And sign up for our Substack newsletter, the new version of Powerlines. Check out our classes and learn how individual work can help you. And if you're wondering how I can be of help to you, feel free to reach out through my website for a free, no-obligation meet and greet call, and we'll talk about it. Have a great week.